This is Fox 13 News at 10.
Now on Fox 13 News, new details coming to light in the shooting death of a 14-year-old girl in Tacoma. Tonight, police have 2 teens in custody. We have live team coverage from Tacoma.
Plus, we are watching that forecast for the weekend. We're seeing a gorgeous after sunset with temperatures, well, they climbed into the mid-70s today. We'll let you know if there's any rain in sight. I have all the details coming up.
And sporting events and construction projects happening throughout the city this weekend could make for some major headaches on the roads. We'll show you the areas you should avoid if you can. Fox 13 News starts right now.
The community of Tacoma one step closer tonight to justice following the horrific murder of a 14-year-old girl, Ayanna Usuri. Police say someone shot into a car full of kids, killing her yesterday. And we now know 2 suspects are in custody, arrested late this afternoon in connection with her death. Both of them are teenagers. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Rose.
And I'm Hannah Kim. It's a story we've been closely monitoring for the last 24 hours. Fox 13 was first on scene after the first teen was arrested this afternoon. Fox 13's Jennifer Lee and AJ Janival are bringing us team coverage live from Tacoma tonight on these arrests, as well as the reaction that's pouring in from friends, family, and those touched by this story. AJ, Jennifer.
And we're standing right where that shooting happened yesterday, but today was much different as hundreds of people packed into this area for a march to support the family as well as the community. But there was even more good news, good spirits that came out of the day.
Yeah, we saw a lot of progress when it came to the police investigation. Just before 7 o'clock, a teen turned himself in, and just a few hours earlier, we know that Tacoma police went to a home here in Tacoma, and neighbors told me they saw SWAT vehicles there as well, and over a loudspeaker ordered that teen to turn himself in. This is the home where police arrested the 17-year-old male. It turns out detectives were canvassing this neighborhood before SWAT even arrived. Take a look at this Ring doorbell video. You'll see a white Subaru with black rims driving by here on North Howard Street. We got this video from a neighbor who says a detective knocked on his door asking him to check his cameras for that vehicle within the hour after the deadly shooting.
The detective told me that the shooting happened, not around here, and then that they were able to follow like a breadcrumb trail of Ring camera video footage and found the car on this street. So
we were in the neighborhood when SWAT was still on scene. Then the forensics team pulled up for their part of the investigation. Neighbors say it was a shock to see this much police activity and to learn the arrest was in connection to the deadly shooting. Tacoma police say the first arrest was made just before 4 p.m. Then less than 3 hours later, police say a second 17-year-old turned himself in with the help of a lawyer at Raymond Hall, which is a Pierce County juvenile detention center. Police say both 17-year-olds are facing first-degree murder charges. And AJ, you told me that you were the one who broke the news to the girl's mother.
Yeah, Ayanna's mom, Kelsey, during that march, I got a chance to go up to her and mention that breaking news, and you could just see the relief and the emotion on her face when she heard that news, as she's been waiting since this incident yesterday for those answers. And for this entire community, this whole experience has been so emotional.
Stop the violence! Stop the...
Say her name!
Ayanna!
Say her name!
Ayanna!
14 years old.
We need to change who we are. We need to change this world. Because now my friend is gone.
Wednesday, a child died in Tacoma, shot and killed in the middle of the day. Police say 2 17-year-olds are responsible for the killing. The 14-year-old's name is Ayanna Usuri.
She should be able to go outside. She didn't even get to experience high school yet. And she would always talk about it.
On Thursday, Ayanna's close friends broke down talking about her. No person this young should deal with the emotional weight of such a tragic loss.
When I got the call that she was gone, I just didn't know what to do with myself. I just didn't know, man. You guys need to stop.
Need to stop. A sentiment more than just family and friends of this 14-year-old girl are saying. A day after a child was murdered on this street, hundreds marched down the road in an effort to win back their city. Among the members of this crowd, Tacoma's mayor, Tacoma's police chief, and the organization Tacoma ceasefire. Leading the march, Ayana's mom, Kelsey. The death of this teenager marks the 25th homicide in Tacoma this year. Far too many families have experienced loss.
Even if I could go back in time and tell her I love her one more time, I would.
And I got a chance to speak to the family at their home today. Absolutely heartbroken after the last few hours. They do tell me at some point they want to share their story as well. They're raising money for Ayana. We have a GoFundMe link on our website at fox13seattle.com.
And obviously there are still so many questions left. Tacoma police say this investigation is ongoing. We'll continue to keep you posted. For now, reporting live in Tacoma, I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm AJ Janavel for Fox 13 News.
Jennifer, AJ, thank you. We will, of course, continue to track new developments on the story as they come into the newsroom. We'll bring them to you here on air as well as on our website, fox13seattle.com.
Further north in Ferndale, the search is on tonight for this man, 49-year-old Todd Anderson. He's accused of shooting and killing a man at a business there this afternoon. Police say they have probable cause to arrest him.
Fox 13's Alejandra Guzman joins us live from Ferndale, where this manhunt is underway. So, Ali, what are you learning?
Hannah, David, I can tell you that Todd Anderson is considered armed and dangerous, and right now police are urging anybody who sees him to call 911 immediately. Now, earlier today, we did get to speak with a friend of the victim who says she's devastated by what happened to Doug Scoggins, and as you can see right now, she's not alone. Loved ones have since started a growing memorial outside his business, laying down flowers and cards following this senseless tragedy.
But there's never been anything like this, like what happened today.
The little quiet western town of Ferndale rocked by the murder of a proud and prominent businessman, Douglas Scoggins.
It's pretty shocking today.
Scary moments for many as shots rang out just before noon at Pioneer Post Frame off the 6200 block of Portal Way in Ferndale.
When I heard that it could possibly have been at that business, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think.
Brenda Winters has known Doug for years as their children played soccer together. She worried as crime tape went up and a large police presence began collecting evidence at the local business.
I was really hoping that it didn't turn out to be a death, you know, a murder.
She's holding back tears, thinking of the loss he leaves behind: children, family, and friends. His life yanked away as Ferndale police say this man, Todd Daniel Anderson, fired several shots, killing the 58-year-old man.
I think it'll be a really deep loss. It's a deep loss for this community.
Police say the 49-year-old alleged gunman is on the run and believed to be driving a rented 2020 Silver Challenger with Oregon plates 553 MJM. He is considered armed and dangerous.
There are other ways to deal with your dissatisfaction. I don't know what went on, but I mean, how would you like to be taken from your family?
As the community mourns his loss, Brenda says his death comes just days after the family lost a loved one to COVID. The memorial held just last weekend.
It's just too much, too close, too soon.
Again, Anderson is still on the run. Police say that he's wanted for murder. At this hour, though, police have not released a motive as to why this shooting actually happened. A development we'll keep following and update you as we continue to learn more. Live in Ferndale, Alejandra Guzman, Fox 13 News.
New details are emerging tonight in the deadly trench collapse that took the lives of 2 construction workers in Shoreline. The accident happened on the 4th of July early in the afternoon. We now know that the efforts to recover their bodies wasn't as simple as firefighters had hoped. Instead, it became a team effort when they had to call in a private company, KLB Construction, for help. With their help, they were able to recover the bodies. KLB says they were impressed with how first responders handled the case.
Our construction industries, it's a pretty tight-knit group. I mean, we know everybody in the business. We all work around each other day in, day out, and if there's a chance that one of them needs help, we're more than willing to help.
The two men who died worked for Peacefield Construction. They were trying to repair a sewer line when the dirt gave way. State regulators cited and fined Peacefield Construction twice for different projects in the past. Once for failing to protect employees from collapse, and later for failing to provide safe entry and exit working in trenches. This latest incident is now also being investigated by the state, and a final report could take months.
Switching gears now to talk about your forecast, taking a live look outside tonight. It is just gorgeous. The temperatures are not too hot, they're not too cold, and the sunset was spectacular. Look at the azure skies, really beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? Goldilocks temperatures, right?
Yeah.
Something for everyone out there. And we kind of sort of inched our way up into the mid to upper 70s. We actually went above average today. So that's kind of nice. We hit the 77-degree marker, and this is only the 15th time we've been in the 70s this year. Usually we have a ton by this stage in the game into summer. So average temperature 76. We did that plus 1 degree, and this is a look at where we're going. So if you're an 80s fan, giving you a little hope, it's still ways out. We could be in the upper 70s to near close to the low 80s as we get into Monday and Tuesday as high pressure builds in. But as we go for the weekend, really comfortable temperatures. Here's another look at that picture going on. 62 degrees, light wind speeds out there, really fantastic skies. And most of us are starting to back off those temperatures after being in the mid to upper 60s along the coast. You're in the upper 50s right now, so we're starting to cool things down. We'll bring in some of that cloud cover. But first, we've got to scour out some of these showers. They're just hanging up over the Cascades and into the foothills. Those will slowly start to diminish and fall apart into the overnight hours as we go through. And we'll see just a little bit of low-lying cloud cover as we get going in the morning hours, right near 60 degrees as we ride through. And our temperatures for the next couple of days just hanging in that sweet spot in the low to mid 70s with plenty of afternoon sunshine.
It could be another weekend of traffic nightmares in and around the Emerald City. Next on the news at 10, what construction projects and sporting events are expected to cause some big backups. Also,
this drug knows no demographic boundaries.
We're talking about fentanyl, the dangerous drug that's already killed hundreds of people in King County this year. We'll explain what county officials are doing to try to combat a deadly overdose epidemic.
And getting ahead of the curve, how a new vaccine could possibly protect against new strains of COVID before they even emerge. Stay with us. Fox 13 News at 10. We'll be right back.